Hello there, you guys. Welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So if you do consider drop your likes, and if you do consider subscribe to the channel, as always, as reports are coming out now in the media in relation to Koulibaly, as reports do say that reportedly Manchester United have been given a pursuit, have been given a transfer boost in our pursuit of Koulibaly, as I currently said, because as reports do mention that reportedly his current agent has come out, Koulibaly's agent, and he has currently revealed that Koulibaly, he did basically say that Koulibaly, he said his agent that Koulibaly would not betray Napoli to join Juventus, and basically Koulibaly's agent has ruled him out making a move to Juventus, even though Juventus have showed an interest in Koulibaly, but according to his current agent, he has said he doesn't think he would betray Napoli by joining Juventus. So basically, his agent has ruled Koulibaly out of making a move to Juventus. So that's give us a bit of a transfer boost in our pursuit of Koulibaly, because obviously we know he's our number one target for the summer, to address our defensive deficiencies, as I said, and obviously he's our major number one target. And we know obviously reports are coming out the other week in relation to Koulibaly, saying that he said he was happy that he was attracting interest. Koulibaly, he did say he was happy he was attracting interest, but he did currently say Koulibaly was still happy at Napoli, he was still fully committed to the club. But I think his agent is hinting on the summer move, to Old Trafford, because I think Koulibaly, from his own point of view, is interested in making the move to Old Trafford. As I said, of course, he's 27 years of age, he's a highly experienced centre back, and that's obviously one of the key areas that I identified to you. Where Manchester United, of course, do need to strengthen up, because obviously we need a strong centre back, alongside Lindelof and Eric Bailly, as I said, and as I did say, Lindelof's progressions have been very, very good this season as a Manchester United player. Lindelof, he's showing that determination. He can play out from the back. He's galloping forward more. He's Victor Lindelof, so I've been impressed with him. In relation as well to Eric Bailly, as I currently said, he's been in and out of the team this season, but he's still got great potential, and I do think they're blending very, very well together now. Bailly and Lindelof, and as I did say, Lindelof and Eric Bailly are on another level. To Phil Jones and Chris Smalling. Of course, Phil Jones and Chris Smalling have been, both of them have been long servants here at Manchester United, as I said, but I just don't think Phil Jones and Chris Smalling are nowhere near on the same level or calibre as Victor Lindelof and Eric Bailly. So definitely, we do need a strong central defender. Koulibaly has still got 4 years left on his contract with Napoli. He is under contract with Napoli until 2023, as we all know. And financially, Napoli would make a lot of money on the player financially, because Napoli only paid £7 million for him from Genk, as I said. But of course, he did suffer this racial abuse last year, did Koulibaly, this racial abuse, and he did say then, he was unhappy, with Napoli, was Koulibaly, because he has grown, developed, and flourished fantastically well, and he's been at Napoli a number of years now, and it would be good for him, to come and experience the Premier League, Koulibaly. But as I did say, his current agent has given us some good news. His agent has come out and basically ruled Koulibaly out of making the move to Juventus. So he's ruled the move out to Juventus, and he's basically confirmed. He's basically, his agent's like trying to say, about his loyalty to Napoli, that he wouldn't, leave Napoli. He wouldn't leave Napoli, join Juventus. So he's basically saying he wouldn't betray Napoli to join Juventus, and this is what his current agent has revealed. So definitely, Man United are going to revive their interest for Koulibaly in the summer, as I said, because he's tenacious, his versatility is good. He's very, very tall as well as Koulibaly, and we know we can make him the most expensive defender in world football. If we can, come to an agreement in the summer. Of course, Man United so far in the process would have been linked to him for the past 2 windows. We had 3 bids turned down. The recent one was a staggering £95 million. We had turned down for the Senegal international. But as the recent reports do, a narrative's been coming out about him in the last couple of days. His agent has come out and he's ruled the move out of Koulibaly, making a move to Juventus. So basically, he says he wouldn't betray Napoli to join Juventus, and this is what his basically current agent has currently said. But yeah, Koulibaly's done very, very well. His performances were very, very good under Maurizio Sarri. Now his performances have been very, very good under Carlo Ancelotti as well. But we know he's our major number one target for the summer, as I said. Reports do say Man United are going to get around the £200 million spending spree to spend in the summer. Of course, we're still looking to hire a director of football as well. That has been a bit of a problem. But of course, obviously, as well, guys, obviously we do expect departures in the summer as well. I do expect 3 or 4 at least experienced players to go. So it would be ideal to maybe, when we do get maybe 2 or 3 new players in the summer, we need some new additions into the club to obviously get us back to being a competitive elite level football club. And I think if we can get some new additions in the summer, we can definitely, be title contenders for next season. But as I did say, it would be ideal if we could get some young players, that could grow, develop and mould under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because we have got quite a few experienced players, and that's what a lot of people are talking about. You know, that it is the experienced players, you know, that are causing us the problems. But yeah, you know, Koulibaly would fit the Manchester United agenda fantastically well. As I said, you know, it'd be good for him, you know, to come and experience the Premier League, as I said. But obviously, we've got that financial power, you know, to meet what Napoli want for him in the summer, and I think it will cost us in the excess of at least £90 million, you know, to get the Senegal international. And you know, he's still got a lot of years ahead of him as Koulibaly, as I said. But obviously, you know, we've been interested in other players as well. I've been giving you an update on. We know that we've been obviously, you know, linked with Inter Milan Skriniar. He has just turned 24 years of age as Inter Milan's Milan Skriniar. Only 24 years of age, still very young in his prime. He's nowhere near on the same level as, you know, Koulibaly or the Rafael Varans or the Diego Godins, you know, the top class central defenders. But you know, he's only 24 years of age as Milan Skriniar. But I think now it's unlikely that Manchester United are going to pursue Milan Skriniar in the summer, because as recent reports have suggested that he's on the brink of signing a new contract with Inter Milan. So he's getting a contract renewal with Inter Milan, as Milan Skriniar has confirmed as well. But he's only 24 years of age, as I currently said. He's Slovakian. Inter Milan, I think, only paid £20 million for him from you know, was it San Pandora? But we've identified him as a possible summer target as well. But you know, our summer move, our pursuit of a summer move for Milan Skriniar is looking likely it's going to be coming to a conclusion. I don't think we're going to get him in the summer anywhere, because obviously he's on the brink of signing a new contract with Inter Milan. So I don't probably think we'll get Milan Skriniar in the summer. But obviously we know Koulibaly, you know, does remain the number one. We know we've been interested in other defenders as well. There's been talks about, you know, obviously there were talks about, you know, Eder Militao, you know, back in the January window. There were talks about him last summer as well. It's also said Real Madrid have expressed their interest in Eder Militao. Again, very young in his prime. Only been a Porto player since last summer, because Porto got him from Sao Paulo. You know, his versatility is good. You know, he can play in, you know, numerous positions. You know, not really got that experience yet, but you know, he can play as centre back, a defensive mid, and a right back. And I do think he's predominantly a full back as Eder Militao. He has got a 40 million release clause. He's got 4 years left on his current deal as Eder Militao. But previously, of course, Manchester United have been linked with him as well. We know, of course, last summer Man United, you know, were interested in Tottenham's Toby Alderweireld. In relation to Toby Alderweireld, I wouldn't want Toby Alderweireld anywhere, because obviously he's aging up now. He's 29 years of age, as I said. He can still be a world-class central defender, well Premier League proven. But as I did say, he's aging up. You know, he's lost that yard of pace without a shadow of a doubt as Alderweireld. But he is Premier League proven. Tottenham have extended his current deal till 2020. They've included a 25 million release clause, so mate, you can basically, you know, get him for a reasonable fee. And I wouldn't want him at Manchester United, Toby Alderweireld. But there's been no more rumours about that. We were linked with him last summer, because Man United, you know, were in discussions with Tottenham about, you know, getting Alderweireld. As I said, but we've been linked, you know, with a host as defenders, as I've explained to you on my recent videos. Maybe Phil Jones and Chris Smalling could leave Manchester United in the summer, believe it or not, even though they've signed new deals this season. Because I think now mainly Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first choice will be Bailly and Lindelof at that centre back partnership, as I said, because they complement each other very well. They're showing that determination, you know, that they can play out from the back. And we've got Rojo as well, whose versatility is very good at the back. Obviously, he's good there as a backup option, and I think he's enjoyed a very difficult time as a Manchester United player. And you know, he could leave in the summer, you know, could Marcus Rojo, because obviously I think he's nearly fully fit now. It's confirmed he's back in training, Marcus Rojo, but since he's been at United, you know, he's had a lot of injury problems, and this is why he struggled his fitness regime, and this is why he struggled, you know, to get a run of games under his belt, Marcus Rojo. But the rumours about a long time ago that Man United could sanction Rojo off in the summer, as I currently said. This is in relation as well, I think, you know, Matteo Darmian, obviously, you know, doesn't even get into the team. Matteo Darmian is another player I think could leave Manchester United in the summer as well, Matteo Darmian, because obviously he's been here since 2015. We got him under Louis van Gaal and he struggled to get a run of games under his belt, because we know that obviously he hasn't been first choice, Matteo Darmian. So in relation to Matteo Darmian, you know, there was speculation of him leaving in January, but I do think if the offers do come in the summer, you know, he will leave. And you know, if the offers do come in the summer, then I think Man United will trigger his a 1 year extension on his contract, so we can cash in for the player rather than let him go on the free, Matteo Darmian, as I said. But he's enjoyed very difficult time as a Manchester United player, Matteo Darmian. But yeah, I do expect departures as well, and I expect Valencia to depart the club in the summer as well. Antonio Valencia again, being one long serving players at Manchester United, as we all know. Antonio Valencia, of course, he's been here since 2009 as Antonio Valencia. He's grown and developed, and he's flourished over the years as Antonio Valencia, and we know how much of a central player he's been over the years. He's been here. He's been here now 10 years. Of course, he's won everything here, but again, he's just suffered another injury, so he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Diamond as well has suffered another injury, so he's going to be out for a couple of weeks as well. But Valencia has had quite a few injury problems this season. Obviously, he's hardly played this season, especially in the Premier League, because we know basically that Ashley Young has been first choice at that right back. At that right back position, but Valencia is 33 now anyway. He's coming to an end of his playing career. He's past it anyway as Antonio Valencia. It's unlikely we're going to sign him a new one-year deal. There's been West Ham reportedly that have been interested in him. I think it did mention that Watford has showed an interest as well. But he's 33 now. He's past it. And same with Ashley Young. He's past it now. He's 33 years of age. Even though we know that he's been our first choice right back, Ashley Young. Ashley Young has definitely passed it indeed. Even though we've signed a one-year extension on his contract. He could still possibly leave Manchester United in the summer. As I said, Ashley Young, mainly when he was younger, he was mainly a right winger, but obviously we operate him as a right back. Now and again we've rotated him and we have put him on that left hand side, Ashley Young. But this is his seventh, eighth season now as a Manchester United player. Of course, he's won everything here as well. So potentially we do definitely need someone on that right hand side. We have got Diego Dalot at that right back. Obviously he hasn't really got the experience yet because he's only very, very young indeed. He's only 18, 19 years of age, is Diego Dalot, as I said. But when he has played, he can prove that he can gallop forward and play out from that full-back position, Diego Dalot. But he's only very, very young, as I currently said. But yeah, we definitely do need someone on that right-hand side without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, we've got some good news in relation to Koulibaly. As I said, his agent's come out saying that he would not betray Napoli by joining Juventus, even though Juventus has showed an interest. And basically, Koulibaly's agent has ruled him out making a move to Juventus, Koulibaly. And he did say, his agent, if he was to make the move, Koulibaly, it would be abroad, as his agent has currently confirmed. And I think Koulibaly is strongly interested in coming to Manchester United as well. But as I did say, as I do expect, other departures as well. And it's been interesting today because obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come out in relation to Alexis Sanchez, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has basically said he has no intentions of starting Alexis Sanchez against Liverpool tomorrow. Due to his bad run of form, Alexis Sanchez, and he did currently say Solskjaer has lost all his trustworthy in Sanchez. He's lost faith in Sanchez as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So Solskjaer has made it clear. That he has no intentions of starting Alexis Sanchez tomorrow, because obviously Solskjaer has been unimpressed with Alexis Sanchez's performances so far. But yeah, again the other week Sanchez did come out. This was before the Chelsea game, saying that Solskjaer did come out saying in relation to Sanchez, Solskjaer did basically say that he was confident, Solskjaer, that Sanchez's form could improve as a Manchester United player. He did come out, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before the Chelsea game, and he did say, Alexis Sanchez he said he was confident that Alexis Sanchez's form will improve. He did say he needs a Manchester United goal, to maybe, give him that confidence. As I said, we know mainly anywhere Alexis Sanchez, of course, hasn't been first choice, and I think the club, Manchester United, are planning to get rid of Alexis Sanchez in the summer. As I said, obviously he's on over £500,000 a week here, is Alexis Sanchez, as I said, and of course we do want to see the best of him, but reportedly he's not going to be playing tomorrow against Liverpool, as Solskjaer has obviously confirmed that he's got no intentions of playing Sanchez. Solskjaer's unimpressed with his current performances, when Sanchez has been given the opportunities, but he's been here just over a year, of course. Obviously he's had a couple of injuries as well as Alexis Sanchez. We know he's versatile and we know that he can play in other positions, can Alexis Sanchez. When we do mainly play him, we do play him on the left, and when he's playing on the left, he may not be getting the freedom, he may be playing in a restricted position, Alexis Sanchez, but he's he's the only player now that needs to improve in this Manchester United team. But Solskjaer now hasn't got any confidence in him. He's confirmed he has no intentions of playing him tomorrow. Solskjaer's confirmed this. He has no intention of playing him tomorrow because obviously he doesn't think he's reliable enough, Alexis Sanchez, as I currently said. So it's possible that, he could be leaving in the summer, but he's 30 years of age now. I think, he's lost that yard of pace, as I said, Alexis Sanchez, and he's nowhere near the player he was, when he was at Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez. So Solskjaer has confirmed he won't be playing tomorrow, and obviously Solskjaer did basically say that he hopes that Martial and Jesse Lingard, who of course are injured, Martial's got a hamstring injury. No, Martial's got a groin injury. Lingard has got a hamstring injury, as I currently said. But as he did currently say, Solskjaer did say he hopes that Martial and Lingard are fit for the Liverpool game tomorrow. And he did say, didn't guarantee it, but he did say Martial and Lingard could be in contention, to play tomorrow. So obviously now he's hopeful that Martial and Lingard can be fully fit, for tomorrow. So he doesn't have to, so he can avoid, playing Alexis Sanchez, as I currently said. So basically, Solskjaer doesn't trust Alexis Sanchez, as I currently said. But yeah, Martial and Lingard's progression at the club, has been absolutely fantastic indeed, as we all know. I think Martial, has been playing very, very well indeed this season. I think he's growing, developing, he's flourishing. I think, he looks very, very good on that left-hand side, where does Anthony Martial. He creates that width very, very well. He shows that ability to attack, play balls, score goals, as I currently said, as Anthony Martial. So I've been very, very impressed with him. Same with Jesse Lingard, I've been very, very impressed, with his progression at Manchester United as well. And of course, Martial and Lingard, both very, very young in their generation, as we all currently know. And we know that when Martial's not playing on the left and when Lingard's not playing on the right, our two wide men, you can see the bags of pace has been knocked out of the team, as I currently said. But we're hopeful that Martial and Lingard will be available tomorrow to play against Liverpool, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has no intentions of playing Alexis Sanchez, based on his poor performances since becoming a Manchester United player. And of course, he's been here just over a year, as I currently said. And of course, in relation as well, to Romelu Lukaku, as I said, he's lost his place now in the starting 11 at Manchester United, as we are all currently on, especially if Martial and Jesse Lingard, can get fit for Sunday. Obviously, probably Lukaku won't start on Sunday against Liverpool. When Lukaku has had the opportunities under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, to be fair, his form has been slightly rejuvenated as Romelu Lukaku. He has been coming off the bench, scoring goals and, getting a couple of assists and all that, and his form has been slightly rejuvenated. As Romelu Lukaku's, but as I did clearly say, he has lost his place in the 11, Romelu Lukaku, because obviously he's, for such concerns me, he's very, very slow. He's still 25, 26 years of age, is Romelu Lukaku, but obviously he doesn't complement our front line. And obviously Solskjaer's first choice has obviously been Marcus Rashford over Romelu Lukaku. But as I did clearly say, there has been talks that Man United, could sanction Romelu Lukaku off in the summer as well. If he is to leave, I think he's indicated he would be interested in making the move to Juventus, Romelu Lukaku. But as I did currently say, he scored 27 goals in his first season at Old. When he scored 27 goals in his first season as a Manchester United player, did Romelu Lukaku. This was in all competitions, I think. And, he struggled this season as Romelu Lukaku, as I currently said. But since Solskjaer's come in, he really hasn't been given the opportunity, Lukaku. But when he has, his form has been slightly rejuvenated. A lot of United fans think he's finished and they have a lot of strong reservations about Romelu Lukaku, as I said. But we know, obviously, the main attacking trio, Solskjaer's first choice attacking trio has been Martial on the left, Rashford up top centrally, and Lingard on the right. He's been his number one attacking trio, as I said. But Rashford's progression has been very, very good as a Manchester United player, as we all currently know. Very, very good indeed, and especially since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, Rashford's performances have really, really improved. I think he's always been a very, very good young consistent player, Marcus Rashford, because he's been United player since the age of 7. He's been in the senior squad with Man United, since 2016, as I said. But, since Solskjaer's coming, he's playing much, much better. His form's been rejuvenated, he's scoring more goals. His finishing's improved as well, Marcus Rashford's, as I said, and he's a good athlete. His physicality's very, very good as well, Marcus Rashford. And, very, very good young player who's flourishing, fantastically well since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, has took the reins at Manchester United. But he's playing more of a key role. And obviously, there's been good news coming out out of the media that he's set to sign a new 6-year deal. Is Marcus Rashford, which will this 6-year deal. I think he's set to get away. I think his wage is. I think in terms of wages, he's set to get around about £200,000 a week. Is Marcus Rashford, because his current deal ends in 2020. Still there's an option of a further year there as well. So that's really good news. And obviously he's 21 now, is he? Marcus Rashford. So if he is to sign this new 6-year deal, this would take him until the age of 27. Marcus Rashford. But yeah, very young in his prime indeed. And Man United have been in negotiations getting him a new long-term deal, because it did say there has been breakthrough in negotiations, as I said. So that's very good news indeed. But as reports do say, we could be getting rid of a few players in the summer. Lukaku's been mentioned who could possibly go in the summer. Sanchez, we're planning, I think, to get rid of him in the summer as well. It may be hard to find a buy for him, considering that he's on over £500,000 a week, Alexis Sanchez. There were talks the other week, that he could make the return back to Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez. But yeah, he's the player I haven't been impressed with, and he's failed to establish himself in the Man United team, Alexis Sanchez, as I currently said. So yeah, we could see quite a few players go, as I said. But as I did currently say, I've been very impressed, with Herrera's performances. I hope somewhere along the line, that we can sign him a new deal. As reports did say the other day, we are close to agreeing him a new 3-year deal under Herrera, with a wage of around about £100,000 a week, and he does deserve it, based on his fantastic performances, under Herrera. I think he's developed and flourished fantastically well in this team, and he does deserve a new contract, based on his fantastic performances, and I think he's always been a consistent player, but I think especially since Solskjaer's come in, there's areas of his game under Herrera's that he's adapted fantastically well, and I think, he's good at breaking up the play, and I think he looks good in that midfield alongside Paul Pogba and the Emmanuel Matches under Herrera. He's complementing that midfield well. He's playing more regularly from the start, and he's playing a big part in the team, and he's putting them shifts in now, and he's pulling the strings off well in the midfield. So Ander Herrera does deserve a new contract, based on his fantastic performances. And so the most influential player I think has been as Paul Pogba. He's been one of the most influential players, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in. Pogba, of course, has been getting, the freedom to express himself. He's been playing them delicate passes through. He's been giving good service to the front men. And, in relation, to Paul Pogba, as I currently said, he's been, playing them good passes, them delicate passes I do mention. His break spots to box have been very good. The timing of his runs have been very good, Paul Pogba's. And, this is the best we've seen of him now. Since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come in. So he's starting to replicate the form Paul Pogba, that he did do at Juventus in his 4-year spell, he had with Juventus, because he was fantastic in his 4 years, with Juventus. Obviously, Paul Pogba's been here now, is it just a couple of years now, is it? 2 or 3 years now, Paul Pogba's been here. We got him for £89 million, as we all currently know. But yeah, now we're starting to see the best of Paul Pogba. So I've been very impressed with him indeed. But as I did say, I've been impressed with the majority of the team, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in. But we do know, I think, Solskjaer should be getting the Manchester United job on a full-time basis, without a shadow of a doubt, based on his fantastic progression, he's done so far since he's come in as Manchester United manager. He's rejuvenated the team. You can see that he's brought the fluidity back to the team. He's brought the intensity back to the team. He's brought the motivation back to the team, as I said. And you can see the vast improvements because we're creating more chances. We're scoring more goals. You can see the vast improvements defensively as well, especially away from home. We've been very good indeed as well. But so far so good, as I said, and I think now Solskjaer is the favourite to get the job at Manchester United on a full-time basis. Of course, so far we've paid Mould an initial £1.8 million to get him on a temporary basis. But I think if we had to get him on a full-time basis, we'd only have to pay an additional probably £7-8 million, to get Solskjaer on a full-time basis at Manchester United. But I do think he's the number one now. He's going to have a say on our transfer plans in the summer, as well as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but I do believe he can take this team forward. He can elevate this team to a higher level, and he can get us back up there. Competing for silverware and winning silverware on a regular basis. Like we did do under Alex Ferguson 26, 27 years. We know that signings are needed, of course, but we have got a board that can invest in currently what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants. And for me, he's the right man for the job because the reports coming out the other week saying that the board's made a decision that Solskjaer will be named Man United manager on a full-time basis at the end of the season. probably won't be officially announced until the end of the season as well. But as I did currently say, Solskjaer knows everything about this club. He knows the club inside out, as I said. He has that winning philosophy now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's manager. In terms of silverware, mainly, won silverware as a player, under Alex Ferguson, because he flourished under Alex Ferguson for 11 years, did Solskjaer. But he hasn't won out in terms of he hasn't won much silverware in terms of management, so far. He won a couple of Norwegian titles with Mold in his 2 spells, where he had there. Didn't do so good with Cardiff, got relegated with them. Only had a short tenure with Cardiff. And he won some trophies managing the Manchester United reserve team for 3 years as well, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But as I did currently say, trophies will come, when we get some new additions into the club in the summer, as I currently said. But yeah, he deserves it, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, based on his fantastic progression so far. He suits the managerial style of the club. He suits the Shappens of the club as well, because he knows the club inside out. And he's got this team now playing on another level, and he's got this team playing the brand of football, that we, played under Alex Ferguson. So he does like the attacking football. He also likes the width, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And when he said Solskjaer did say when he was going to come in, he was going to give everybody the opportunity, including the young players, play some Finch players as well, which he currently has done, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And he did say he was going to get the team to express themselves, and that's exactly what they've currently done, which is very, very good indeed. But we still know that there's key areas in the Manchester United squad that do need addressing, as we all know. As we all currently know in the process. But yeah, we know that so far we've won 11 out of 13 in all competitions. We've won 7 away from home in all competitions. We've scored 30 goals in the process. I think we've won 8 in the league as well. We are currently sitting in the top 4, and obviously that's our objective this season, to get top 4, get Champions League for next season, obviously to invest a bit more money, and obviously, somewhere along the line, hopefully, succeed in the FA Cup as well. But Solskjaer now has got to get the job as Manchester United manager. We've beaten Arsenal away, we've beaten Chelsea away in the Cup, we've beaten Tottenham away in the league as well. So I think he's got to get the job, and especially, if we beat Liverpool tomorrow at Old Trafford, then definitely he's got to be guaranteed the job as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And we do know it's going to be a very, very big game tomorrow against Liverpool. Of course, obviously, Liverpool, are going for the league. As we all know, Liverpool haven't won it, since 1992, 1993, as we all currently know. They've never won the Premier League, so since they haven't won it at all, since it got founded in 92, 93. Overall, they haven't won it for nearly 3 decades. They haven't won a major honour since 2006, Liverpool, as well, so that's, 13 years now or something like that. But I have got a lot of confidence, that we can beat Liverpool tomorrow, as I currently said, because they have been crumbling, in their last couple of games. Mainly, we have got a really, really good record against Liverpool, because we've won 7 out of our last 9 league home games. I think, is it against Liverpool? Yeah, it is. The last time they beat us at Old Trafford in the league, was back in 2014 under the David Moyes era, and that is the last time, Liverpool did currently beat us in the league back in the David Moyes era, and they haven't done the double over us in the league since the 2013-14 season as well. Liverpool have got some injury problems themselves, going into the game. Klopp's confirmed that Dejan Lovren's out. Chamberlain's obviously out. He's got a long-term absence injury. Also, too, Joe Gomez is out for injury as well. And this fixture last season, we did beat them by 2-1. Marcus Rashford scored twice well, but it's definitely, the biggest game in English football. As I said, the 2 most successful clubs historically in English football as well. And it's always a big game, Manchester United and Liverpool. But as I did currently say, I've got to credit, as I updated you yesterday, I've got to give you credit, of what Jurgen Klopp, said in his current press conference yesterday. He was basically saying that in relation to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as Jurgen Klopp, for the fantastic job he's done so far as caretaker manager. And Jurgen Klopp basically said that he was talking about that Herrera's great, Pogba's great, and all that. So he was praising a couple of our players as well. And he's got his head screwed on, because he knows where our threats are. He knows where our threats are. Does Jurgen Klopp? But he did say in relation to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that he does deserve the permanent job. So Jurgen Klopp said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer deserves the permanent job. This is what Jurgen Klopp said. Jurgen Klopp believes that he has the qualities. He has the quality, and he said he deserves the Man United job 100%. And this is what Jurgen Klopp said in relation now to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He deserves the job 100%, and Jurgen Klopp is confident that Solskjaer should get the job permanently 100% as well. So this is what Jurgen Klopp said in his current press conference yesterday. So to be fair, I do praise Jurgen Klopp, for coming out and saying that, about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And obviously Jurgen Klopp knows it's going to be a different kettle of fish tomorrow. He knows he's going to be playing a total different Manchester United team, as obviously Jurgen Klopp is aware of, because we know know that the team has been rejuvenated, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come in. Also, too, Gary Neville had a say on the situation. Gary Neville himself had a say on the situation. He said Solskjaer gets the Man United job with a win over Liverpool. So what he's saying is if Man United win against Liverpool, Solskjaer will get the job as Manchester United manager. And this is what, Gary Neville had to say. Giggs come out in the press the other week saying, as well, that, Solskjaer should get the job full-time as well. So there's quite a few pundits believing that Solskjaer, should get the job on a full-time basis at Manchester United. So there's a lot of pundits, that have been coming out and saying it. But yeah, it's going to be a great game tomorrow. It is a 2:05 kickoff, as I could have said. So I do think, we can ruin Liverpool's title credentials. I do think we can ruin Liverpool's title credentials without a shadow of a doubt. But we know how much of a big game it's going to be. And I do think probably, that Solskjaer will go with a similar lineup, as he did do against Chelsea. But of course, it depends on the fitness of Martial and Jesse Lingard. But I think he's trying to rush them, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because Solskjaer has confirmed he hopes that Martial and Lingard are going to be fit. And he did say they could be both in contention. Because now, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has explained, he doesn't want to play Sanchez. He's no intentions of playing Sanchez tomorrow against Liverpool. Because obviously, Solskjaer's lost trustworthy in Sanchez. He has no faith in Sanchez. And I think Man United somewhere along the line are planning, to move him on in the summer, by sanctioning Alexis Sanchez up. But we know anywhere he hasn't really been first choice as Alexis Sanchez. But yeah, he's the only player that I think needs to improve, as I said. But I think, we are considering, getting rid of him in the summer, because obviously now he's going to lose his place. He's obviously going to lose his place in the starting 11. Lukaku's lost his place in the starting 11. As I currently said. But all fairness to Jurgen Klopp, as I said, to be fair to Jurgen Klopp, he came out, he praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for what he's done. He basically said he deserves the permanent job. Did Jurgen Klopp over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he has praised him. So, I do credit Jurgen Klopp for that, to be quite honest with you. But as I did currently say, Liverpool, it's not going to be an easy game, as we all currently know, considering that Liverpool have been in a good run of form this season. They have played really, really well, Liverpool, this season. They have crumbled in the last couple of games, but to be fair, they have got a lot of quality in their team, Liverpool. They've invested quite a bit of money in the last couple of seasons. They were the biggest spenders last summer. They spent £171 million last summer, did Liverpool, as we all currently know, because obviously, they addressed the defensive deficiencies with the sign of Virgil van Dijk. Well, they got Virgil van Dijk in January of last year, as we all currently know. But he's been a fantastic player for them defensively, Virgil van Dijk. They've got a good attacking trio in Salah, Mane and Firmino. And I do think, Salah is a very, very good player. He makes them direct runs. His finishing's absolutely fantastic as well. So, I've been, Salah's potentially, the best player in the Premier League, as I said. And as well, Firmino's good, Mane's good. They have a good attacking trio in that Liverpool team. I think Shaqiri's been very, very impressive for Liverpool as well this season. I hate to credit Liverpool players because I hate Liverpool, but you just got to be honest, when you do come on these channels, and give your own opinions on it. But yeah, he's been very, very good this season, Shaqiri, when he has played. They have got Wijnaldum as well, haven't they? They've obviously got Naby Keita in there as Liverpool. They have got a good goalkeeper of Alisson as well, who I think is a really, really good keeper. I don't think he's on the same level as De Gea, but I still think Alisson, however you pronounce his name, is a good goalkeeper as well. But Jurgen Klopp doesn't have that winning philosophy yet, hasn't really proven himself in terms of winning any silverware, because he hasn't won out yet as Liverpool manager as Jurgen Klopp, and he has been there a couple of seasons now. He did, when he was at Borussia Dortmund, Klopp, I think he did win a couple of titles, with Borussia Dortmund, but as I did currently say, he hasn't achieved out in terms of silverware as Liverpool manager yet, Jurgen Klopp. And obviously, from their perspective, they want to win the league this season, and obviously, maybe Jurgen Klopp feels as though if they don't win the game, obviously the title race is obviously not over, but a lot of people, maybe a lot of Liverpool fans think, it could be, possibly over, if they don't win tomorrow. But as I did currently say, it's going to be interesting, Solskjaer versus Jurgen Klopp, as I currently said. So it is going to be very, very interesting indeed. But Solskjaer knows what he's doing. He's the right man. He's tactically right. He knows his strongest team as well, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said. And he's definitely the right man for the job, Manchester United. But yeah, there's big news that has come out, as I said, in relation to Koulibaly. As I did give you an update at the start of the video. His current agent has come out as Koulibaly, and he said he would not betray Napoli by joining Juventus. And he's basically ruled Koulibaly, making a move to Juventus, and that's give us a boost that's give us a transfer boost in our pursuit of Koulibaly as well. But I think Man United are preparing to pay the £90 million, to get him in the summer anywhere. So that is really good news indeed. But yeah, obviously he's our major number one target. As I currently said, is Koulibaly. But in relation to Solskjaer, our objective this is to get that top four. We hope to progress in the FA Cup. It would be fantastic. If we could succeed in the FA Cup as well. And, it would be good, and I think, if we can get some new additions into the club in the summer, I think we can, start challenging and competing up there and start, winning, silverware on a regular basis. Again, if we can get some new additions into the club in the summer and obviously, keep Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as our manager. And I do think, he is the number one now. But I think it's impossible to turn him down getting the job on a full-time basis if we do get victory over Liverpool tomorrow, as I currently said. But anyway, guys, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do consider subscribe, as always, we'll be back with some more live videos very soon. So take care. God bless. See you all again, guys. Very, very